All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for some more Wolfenstein. And how are things, Emperor Snake? Things are quite good. Oh, I had to run a bunch of errands today. So entertaining. Okay, audio doesn't sound quite right. Okay, I guess it's fine. I'm going to make the assumption that it's okay. And we're just gonna vaporize Mr. Flame Guy. Your flame versus my phased plasma pulse rifle. Errands. Oh, so fun. And trying to recover from blasting out AVP. And speaking of AVP, that's going to be the next live stream. We're going to be taking a look at AVPR. Now, if ever there was a shit film, that was it. But you know, when it came out all those years ago, I'm not going to say how many years ago it was because it makes me feel old. You know, I wanted to love it. I really did, because they got the Predator right. You know, because the Predator was cool. We got to see, like, the Yachtja homeworld after all those years. But so much fetish, man. There was so much fetish in that. Like the fucking pregnant fetish. Oh, wait, should I have said the F word immediately? Well, there goes my, monetization. Although I say that, and it's not going to get demonetized because YouTube sees me as too small to care. How could you, YouTube? No game sound. Alright. Well, I guess I knew there had to be some kind of problem here. Alright, let's go back into here. I wonder if it's because... Oh, are you joking? Yeah. I don't know why it's not getting sound. Let's see here. Nope. Well, at least you can hear me, so that's something. I'm not really sure what... That does happen on occasion. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see here. Not that. There it is. Aha! There we are. We get signal. For great justice. Let's just get psyched. Let's get folked. Let's get jacked up on Jet Jack. I may have been rewatching old Spoonie videos. Warrior. You know you're old when, like, a video that shouldn't feel that old has one of the main characters dead. It's kind of like watching Star Trek, the original series. There's like one guy left alive. Shatner. That's it. The Shat had the last laugh, I suppose. It's like he lived so long because he respected him so much. Yeah, I ripped off Futurama. What of it? Yeah, we got all kinds of sound now. Anything way back in the day, Predator. Concrete Jungle. New style that you have committed. Just came back. Some Bud Tallboys, eh? Yeah, a lot of things have changed since my old Concrete Jungle review. My god, it sounded like I was talking into a tin can. And yeah, I've completely revamped the review styles. Or review style. Because since I only have time to do one review a month due to my work schedule being as ridiculous as it is, I figure quality over quantity. You know, so I really put a lot of effort into these things now. Well, more effort than I did before. I do not think he would pronounce it quite that way. But anyway, yeah, like with AVP, that actually was pretty easy to write, except the intro. I went through like 3 separate drafts of that goddamn intro. Because initially I started out trying to explain what a Atari Jaguar was, and then I realized, wait a minute, shouldn't I, like, save that for the actual, you know, AVP Jaguar review instead of talking about it here? Holy crap, we got a flame guy. Okay, we need to hit him with something a little more powerful than that. Fry him! Yeah, electricity, motherfucker! Looks like you should have been wearing rubber! Should have been wearing a rubber. But anyway, with that in mind, I'm quite looking forward to talking about AVPR the game. I actually got it the day the movie came out. Because the movie for AVPR the film came out Christmas Day 2007. I remember that because I went to see it opening fucking day at the Alamo Drafthouse. Sadly, the Alamo Drafthouse not only isn't there anymore, I think the building was demolished in the intervening time. But anyway, that's a lot of bad guys. I gotta remember that I have the ability to do slow-mo. Oh my god, we're in black and white, it's film noir! I knew she was trouble the second she... Oh, come on, that helmet could not stop 8 Kurtz. I call bullshit. Oh, that's rough. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, AVPR. I went to see it opening day, Christmas Day. And for that Christmas, I did get AVPR for the PSP. Like, I was, like, psyched to go see it, because it looked like it was going to be better than the previous one. It was going to be a lot more hardcore. And then you get there, and, like, I was a even bigger AVP fan back then than I am today. Because all that stuff was still pretty fresh. When I got out of that movie, it was a lot like seeing Indiana Jones 4. It was that bad. It was like, like Indiana Jones 4, you kind of wanted to like it, but it was so bad it was impossible to like. And so AVPR, you had the cool Predator shit. You had that. But it was just so bad with the pregnant fetish is what really did me in with that movie. Like the really, oh my god, it's an ME262. I wanted something to draw my brain from the prego fetish. Because, like, okay, some of the ultra violence was kind of gross and non-canon, but the pregnant fetish just, oh my god. And you know somebody was getting off to that in the writer's room. You know somebody thought that was, like, the shit in terms of, like, god damn it, of, like, fetish. Because it was so deliberate. When you think about how much that prop cost to make, somebody was getting off to that. You know, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, if I gotta suffer, so do you. So do all of you. Because you know what? I went to see that movie twice because I thought I would like it more the second time. I didn't. I bought AVP 1 on DVD twice, hoping that, like, some sort of special edition would make it better. I did not buy AVPR on DVD. That's how much I hated that movie. So there's this scene in a hospital, straight out of, like, a zombie movie, where there's a Pred Alien, the first Pred Alien on screen, which is more of like a Pred Alien Queen, because that's been seen before. That's a flame guy. He's lighting my fire in a most unpleasant way. I did not mean to hit him with a BFG, but that probably wasn't a bad idea. Just fucking fry him! So you got the Pred Alien Queen, goes to this hospital, goes to the maternity ward, and you get to see this. It's in the theatrical cut. You see the Pred Alien Queen shove its tongue down this pregnant chick's throat, right? Now you think that's bad enough. You would think that would be it. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. This is AVPR, ladies and gentlemen. They then show the pregnant chick have her stomach bursted out with a bunch of chest bursters. Or I guess in this case, stomach bursters. Yeah. 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 Because you know... Okay, the chest burster is scary. The pregnant chick with the stomach burster, somebody got off to that, and I think everybody in the audience knew, because it was just nasty. So yeah, that's what kind of ruined the movie for me. The shitty horror movie tropes, okay, I could live with that, but the fetish, no, just no. Let's see. First AVP on PC. I'm glad you enjoyed the older content. The new Aliens game I'll talk about in a minute. Red Alien, Jet Fighters, Urban Software. Oh, it's from your home state. Nice. The Hunter's Kid with the chest burster. And hello, Daniel Leland. So the Hunter's Kid with the chest burster. So early on, you got this hunter, right? He's out, like, I think it's in Colorado or something like that. And he gets face-hugged along with his, like, 10-year-old kid. Now, the hunter does at least put up a good fight. See, in horror movies, I don't necessarily like it when sympathetic characters get killed. So, but it's a lot easier, like, if they put up a fight. So he shoots the chest burster and gets his arm melted off for his trouble. Or no, yeah, the face hugger, I should say. He gets his arm melted off for the trouble. And then, like, his kid gets face hugged and they both, like, chest burst. It's like, that's just so mean-spirited. You don't want to... I get that in real life something like that would happen, but in a movie, you don't really want to see kids get killed. It's just, it was tasteless. There's a lot of tasteless shit in AVPR. I don't think it's really in the game, because in the game you play as the Predator, but that's all I remember. Another tasteless thing they had was... Oh, I almost had it. It was something pretty bad, too. Oh, yeah, they had, like, this stoner duo at first. They get their heads blown off by the Predator, even though the Predator is supposed to be, like, working with people. The only good thing at the end of the movie was the people that trusted the feds got nuked. It's like, yeah, don't trust the feds. They're just gonna drop a fucking nuke on you. The only problem with the ending of that is it... For some reason, people really like the Resident Evil films, even though I thought they were crap. You had Doom ripping off Resident Evil 1, and you had AVPR ripping off Resident Evil 2. It's almost like shot for shot ripping off the second Resident Evil film. Because the town gets nuked, and they have to escape in a helicopter that gets taken out by EMP. Exactly like that goddamn Resident Evil 2 film. Ugh. It's sad. But that was the last Aliens vs. Predator movie we'd ever get. And, you know, it's like, how hard is it to make an AVP film? How hard, I ask you? Okay, I already have the ammo for that, but, like, seriously, you just do the comic. But we just don't get it. We don't get the good stuff. That reminds me of... There was an episode of Men in Black, the animated series. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Well, like, the xenomorph is actually an actor alien. Okay, oh yeah, I think I use... Oh, wait, no, I can't, because that's there. Since it's above, I guess I gotta try to... Oh, I think I know what this is. I think, like, you can destroy... Oh, I'm out of fucking gubbins. And that's just gonna do that. Or is it like that? Okay, so there's gotta be a wall. But anyway, in Men in Black, the animated series, the Xenomorph's an actor, and he's like, why won't you get me a job? It's like, because all the directors are shit. Besides, would you really want to be in Prometheus? Let's see. The most recent new Predator movie. I've actually seen the CGI Resident Evil films, and I thought they were perfectly adequate. Resident Evil doesn't really lend itself well to stories. I'm just saying, like, the books were pretty good. That's the only reason I actually got into Resident Evil in the first place, were the novels. It's actually kind of funny, though. I feel really old when it comes to Resident Evil. I remember, like, really finding Rebecca Chambers hot, and now she's, like, in her 40s. Okay, where the hell? Oh, wait, no. Do I shoot that? That's a lock. Oh, come on, game. You know you're supposed to be able to shoot locks. Stop being somewhat realistic. Okay, can't shoot that. Can't shoot that. Oh, I do love Raven Software, so... Oh, come on! Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay. I do love Raven Software. The latest Predator movie, The Predator. I thought it was a perfectly good, stupid movie. It was certainly much better than any of the AVP films. It certainly wasn't any Predators. People hated Predators for some reason, but I thought it was a great movie. I especially liked the sword fight between the samurai dude and, the Falconer Predator. I thought that was a really enjoyable scene. Now, of course, everybody has to say it's the Raycast today, because of course it is. But I thought it was great. I really enjoyed seeing Predators in theaters. I saw that opening night. And then having James Brown. Or was it Little Richard? I can't remember. I think it was, no, maybe, yeah, it was Little Richard. Long Tall Sally. A classic song, but if you actually listen to the lyrics, it is terrible. How he got away with that back in the day, I have, god damn it, no idea. I'm a sucker for Resident Evil films. Connoisseur of crap. What's your thoughts on H.R. Giger's art? And yeah, SD Perry is pretty good. RPG Maker. I actually made a game in that about 7 years ago. One day I'm going to return to my game making just because I think I could. I have a game in mind that I've always wanted to make. A Weird West JRPG. It's something that hasn't really been seen before. I think if done right, it would actually be fairly entertaining. It's not just your traditional, you know, medieval European thing. And you can have fairly basic weapons. I mean, imagine taking down a goddamn vampire with silver bullets shot out of a Winchester 76. Actually, if you want to be realistic about it, which I might be, not everybody had, you know, those highly advanced weapons back in the day. Many people just had, like, basic black powder single-shot muskets. Actually, it would have all been black powder back then. What up, dudes? Have a grenade. You know, that's because you can run really fast. Doesn't mean I can't get behind you and smack you! It's like, you know, do I need to use a highly advanced combat? God damn it, why evidently not? Well, let's see. Code Veronica. What was wrong? Long, tall? Well, I don't remember them verbatim, but Long, tall Sally, she has everything that Uncle John needs, and then they jump back in the alley. Long, tall Sally is a prostitute, and she has everything that Uncle John needs, you know, as in very attractive. So, yeah. Remember, 1950s. That would have been very, very. That's basically the equivalent of like death metal in the modern era. Just saying, like that would have been so bad back then. But people ate that shit up. I mean, it's still a good song. Chuck grenade. Oh, come on. That should totally have killed him. Okay, we're gonna blast this guy. I like how he's doing the T-pose. God damn it, still got shot by that asshole. Persona games. Long Cool Woman. I don't recognize that title. I'd have to listen to it. Long Tall Sally is a pretty good song, though. It's actually my favorite of Little Richard's music. I guess I gotta stand right here like an idiot. But yeah, an earlier message mentioned my earlier stuff. The earlier reviews were... It's actually kind of funny. I've gone through phases over the years. The earliest stuff, I think, was a lot more rougher around the edges, but it wasn't very formal. And I guess that's how a lot of YouTube content creators start out. They start out kind of informal, just kind of like having fun, and then they kind of like get their first taste of like YouTube fame, and it's like they kind of become a little more formal because they're afraid of looking like an idiot. At least that's what happened with me. And now I'm kind of able to leverage, you know, not being afraid of looking like an idiot and all the knowledge I've accrued over the years. Come on, work already. My favorite of my early videos is still Alien 3 The Gun. It's very stilted compared to what I have today, but it had a lot more humor in it than pretty much anything prior to that point. Last chance to purchase. Buy now.
Blazkowicz, what the hell are you doing here? Wait, let me guess. You're looking to get on that Zeppelin, aren't you? Well, it's a lucky thing I happen to be helping myself to unguarded supplies.
You just so happen to be here with the truck. The almighty truck. The almighty truck that's just everywhere. I bet I beat the game in like 5 minutes. Let's see. Flawlessly clear. There we go. Do I want to save $1,000 and put it to my retirement fund? Fuck it. Just buy everything. And speaking of buying everything, I finally was able to find a 9mm reloader, which was super lucky. Oh wait, they're actually bad. Well, are they bad guys? Were they bad, or were they just men doing their job? Who's to say? But yeah. Now watch, if I was more popular, it'd be like, General Lotz wouldn't call Nazis bad guys. It was just a couple of, you know, Luftwaffe, you know, crewmen. How can we say they're any worse than we are? Actually, it's kind of funny when you think about that. was the average soldier evil? Obviously, if it was a guy like shooting a kid or something, then obviously he's a bad guy. But if it's just a regular, crewman or something, who's to say he's any worse than anyone on any side? That's the thing. In real life, things are so much more complicated. It's almost kind of feel bad shooting these guys. These are just like regular, like fucking mechanics, Now, like shooting, say, bondage bitch here. It's like, okay, this person's gonna have gone to like, old Heine's castle, because yes, Heinrich Himmler had his own castle. I mean, just look at him. He's like a neckbeard, but in the 40s. He had his own castle, and also, it's actually kind of interesting. Whenever you study, I definitely recommend looking at, God damn it, I can't remember his name now. There's a YouTuber, oh man, I almost got his name. It's, if I just say British YouTuber talking about World War II, that could literally be hundreds of people. Oh, what the hell is his name? I'll have to look that up and actually mention it in another stream, because I can't remember his name, but he basically goes in depth on things that people don't normally talk about when it comes to World War II. Those Nat socks, man, they were some of the most hypocritical bastards you could ever imagine. Like the big wigs were, as you would expect. I'm so dead because I have no magic left, and like I'm just right here. Okay, we've got a channeler dude somewhere. Also, I love giant airships. I like big blimps, and I cannot lie. Even though technically that's not a blimp. Because a blimp is just a gas bag held rigid by its own gas pressure. I feel like that guy's probably an asshole, because he's a member of the SS. He's a true believer, but just a mechanic. But then again, you never know. He could be a true believer for all we know. 50 AE reloader. That's probably the only way you can get ammo for that thing. And yeah, 7.92 Kurtz is an obsolete cartridge. It's way too big for what it is. Let's see. By Holmes. Yeah, Mark Felton, that's the name. See, I love this game already because you're on a goddamn airship. And I've always loved airships. Like, if you've never studied airships, do so. It's some of the it's literally the coolest shit ever. There actually were two aircraft carriers, the Akron and the Macon, named after places in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, that rhymes, kind of. Okay, let me grab the old Car 98 here. They actually could take off and land airplanes. They were basically tiny biplanes, but, well, it worked. The only problem is they succumbed to flying in a storm, crashed, and, well, everybody died, but hey. It's one of those things where it's almost kind of like the flying aircraft carrier from the Avengers, or the Marvel Universe. But it's one of those things where it was more trouble than it was ever worth. Because that's a big problem with airships. If you fly it into a storm, it's going to crash and everyone's going to die. Whereas regular planes don't really do that, or they're less susceptible to that. And it's just a lot cheaper to put planes on a boat. Put planes on one of those flat tops, because it won't crash, it'll just sink. And, well, if you've got proper damage control, then it's not even going to sink. Just look at the Franklin. Yeah, 800 people died, but the boat didn't sink. That's one of those crazy things, like 800 people died, and when you look at like World War II, that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a shitload of people. The way I am able to visualize, wow, this is going to sound really emo, really creepy, or really morbid, I don't know which. Basically, big numbers of people dying, it's easy to just be like, oh, that's a lot. But the way I like to do it, so I can at least keep some degree of... You guys are so dead. Oh, come on! That would have been perfect! Ah, well. Here I am talking about, this is how I visualize death. Meanwhile, I'm trying to blow people up with a grenade. You gotta have humor, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta have humor. But the way to visualize that in a way that allows you to still maintain an emotional connection to large numbers is I think about like my old high school. There's only 3,000 people there, and imagine more than that, you know. And I thought that was like a shit ton of people. So yeah, you've had your weekly morbid crap from General Lotz. How do you interpret death? Let's see. Opinion on gun culture and the current shortages. As a Marine, it's kind of killing me that I can't go to the range and plink a bit. History of sunken ships. Macon, Georgia, huh? I did not know that. Pike Reed aircraft carriers were a cool concept. Starship should become a thing at some point. I mean, hell, you know, every time we think something cannot be done, it's done eventually. It just takes time. Sometimes not even a lot of time. It's just, it has to be economical. Oh, we have to blow something up. The current shortages. Well, the thing is, well, actually, current gun culture in general. Gun culture itself isn't too bad. It's actually gotten a lot better because FUDs are getting a lot less common, and a lot of misinformation and lore is easily disproven by YouTube videos. So I like that. Gun culture used to be all about the lore because nobody really knew, and there wasn't. You couldn't look up stuff. That was actually something I was thinking about talking about in this live stream. It's just the change in gun culture over the decades. Because when I was a kid, this is a very big Zeppelin, just saying. I don't think it's quite big enough to haul this shit around. But anyway, because like when I was a kid, like the AR, well, that was a graphical glitch there, like the AR and the AK, they weren't really a thing. Like, even before the, that abominable... I like how he just goes for the railing, because he knows he's gonna die, but he wants to die in an epic way. You gotta love a showman, but like, the AR and AK at one time were not considered serious guns. Like in the 1980s, they were not considered serious at all. They were considered range toys. But I think what it comes down to is, one of the best changes in gun culture is, the more you learn about gun people, it's not just Bubba and his various boys. And one of the best aspects of YouTube is it's starting to show people that just because you've got, you know, like a Viking beard and a bunch of tats, that doesn't mean you're some, you know, ne'er-do-well bastard. That you can be just as nerdy as, you know, a neckbeard. Actually, no, that's cruel. You can be just as nerdy as anyone else. I think in-range TV has really helped gun culture quite a bit clean up its act when it comes to the AR. Because, you know, even as of like 2015, the AR was still considered, you know, not that serious of a weapon. It wasn't considered as good as it really is. And it wasn't until like a lot of their mud test videos that people were like, oh well, it's not this jam-o-matic piece of crap. Now as for the shortages, I mean, panic buying's always going to be a thing. It doesn't help when you have like all these laws that want to be passed to where like you have to, you know, register your guns and stuff like that, but will that pass? Probably not. And if it does, I'm not going to say what you might think I'm going to say. I'm instead going to quote something from history. The Italian dictator, old Benito, was at one time called the most disobeyed man in history. Well, you know what? In America, we go hard or go home, and we go big or go home. So we're gonna change that a little bit. So yeah. But one thing that I do find kind of annoying about like some bits from in-range TV is they still have this belief that like some of the more, shall we say, divisive elements of the whole gun culture concept still don't like the idea of like women and guns, when that hasn't been a thing since I was a kid. I'm sure there's some, you know, one or two assholes here and there, but it's very, very rare, much rarer than they would say.
Captain, please remind your men.
Smoking is prohibited. Well, you know what, just get George C. Scott in here, it'll be safe. This is fucking awesome. Why? See, Wolfenstein New Order is great, but this is just so much more imaginative. Also, I almost called him Helicopter Dude. Jetpack Dude, you do know you're like on a Zeppelin and you shouldn't be shooting exploding, you know, missiles. Don't you know that's like really stupid? I get the feeling he graduated the bottom of his class. Let's see. Well, Earth could build its own NX-01 at some point. It's just like, let me put it this way. In the year 1900, building a Essex-class aircraft carrier would have been seen as pure science fiction. By 1943, humanity was building hundreds upon hundreds. Or, put another way, would anyone have believed that in 69 years, from 1900 to 1969, that people would land on the moon? So, well, it might, I think there's a problem with modern day society where everyone's just kind of ready to give up without even really trying. You know, space travel is more expensive than people thought it was going to be. So yeah, we're not on, you know, Mars yet, but it's not going to take forever. And who knows, we might get Star Trek ships. A lot of other Star Trek technology proved to be viable, like portable communication devices. You know, we've got it. In my lifetime of 32 years, we went from giant boxes that could just send and receive calls to that. So, it's not impossible. Let's see. Well, see, here's the thing. This is going to be filled with hydrogen. See, I remember this. Basically, the largest exporter of hydrogen was the U.S., and the U.S. embargoed the Natsocks, which is actually why the Hindenburg, the old Heidelberg, oh, come on, you bastards, had hydrogen, because it was originally designed for helium. So, this is running on hydrogen. But it's magic hydrogen. That's why it won't blow up when these idiots, you know, fire off all those goddamn rockets. Or when I do that. Oh, you think you're gonna sneak up on me, eh? Did they blow up their own engine? I think they did. Oh my good God, these people are stupid. I don't know if I'm talking about the game or real life. Just vaporize the bastards. I'm actually doing less. I'd actually be doing less damage than they are. Ooh, this is gonna be one of those difficult segments. And this is why sometimes games get it right with the regenerative health. I have just enough health to take a few of their hits. I don't have too many places to run and hide. Okay, come on. Just take your 20 mil. This is like the size of a starship, though. I just don't think this game is based on a true story. I mean, Bondage Babe here, I don't know. Dump all the planes. This actually reminds me a little bit of Captain America, the First Avenger. I really like that particular Marvel movie. It wasn't as generic as it could be. The Stargate!
I have much to thank you for, Herr Doctor. Without you, we never would have known where to excavate for the portal.
My information is always correct. Did I not tell you the American would be at the train station? And where you could trap Caroline Becker?
Very true. But I still have my doubts about your latest data on the portal. How can we be certain it will remain active?
I assure you, my students properly translated those dual manuscripts. The portal will work.
Ah, yes, your students. Weren't they even vaguely suspicious about your true intentions? That you dragged them to Eisenstadt to translate the Thule manuscripts for the Third Reich?
No, Blazkowicz kept everyone so focused on his antics. No one had time to think of much else. The Golden Dawn has no idea I work with you.
You work for me, Doctor. Not with me.
As you wish. But please, let us pass through into the Black Sun dimension. I wish to see it. and be redeemed after a lifetime of ridicule.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but you're taking a different journey. Auf Wiedersehen. Come with me. The weapon will be firing soon.
Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. It's just like, you know, if he'd said, I'm only 3 days to retirement. You know, I also didn't see this coming either. Oh my god, it's a twist! Now see, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you subvert expectations. Also, you gotta ask yourself one question. Why in all these movies and TV shows, games, and stuff like that, do you got these people that, like, betray, you know, their dude bros, and the dude bro they're betraying him to is the obviously evil guy, because anyone who wears a monocle is evil. I mean, that Captain Crunch, he gets up to some weird shit. But anyway, you know, it's like, seriously, he doesn't expect that the bad guy's gonna do the bad guy stuff. It's just, okay. But I guess they kind of have to do that, because this game is meant to be more fun. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a barrel. No, we don't. We want to actually shoot it. I'll check the chat in just a second. How is that a sniper? I was literally 2 feet away. It's like, if that's all it takes to be a sniper, maybe I should be one. Let's see. Acid attacks. Hello, Lone Wolf. Don't show up on screen. Well, that one showed up. Hypo sprays might be a thing at some point. You never know. Keeps healing with its eyes with him, exactly. I know which game you're talking about. I have no mouth and I must scream, and honestly, I never was a big fan of Harlan Ellison. I mean, he's not bad, but I don't find him to be that entertaining. I have read a little bit of his stuff. Okay, that is not, those ME262s would not work that way, but whatever, because it's a video game. Also, this room is way too big for the size of that gas bag, but whatever. It's a video game. It's a vidya. Oh, come on. Busted. Okay, I'm about to say fuck it and use the old slow-mo time. Slow-mo, not that horrible Force 3D and Dread. Smack him. Oh, come on, I was gonna smack him. Let's see, what was I gonna say? ME626. But I have no mouth and I must scream. I'm not a big fan of grimdark though. See, there's different definitions for what grimdark is. Grimdark is where there's no way for the protagonist to succeed, or the protagonist can like barely succeed but most of them die, or something like that. One of the popular things on all the various lore channels today, or Warhammer 40k lore channels, is the Demon Kabbalah or Demon Blech. Basically, I don't know what it is about the prego fetishes. I don't get it. Basically, they're mutated human females that give birth to space marines. Because, I don't know, people are just weird now. That was in one book called Dead Sky Black Sun, and that's not grimdark, because while they're not like rescued by the space marines, they do get their souls set free to join the light of the Emperor, so win-win, I guess? And the protagonists survive and rescue a bunch of like mutated children, although then they die in the next book, spoiler alert, but whatever. That's still just not grimdark to me. What would be grimdark is they couldn't, you know, blow up the Demonobula, you know, base. Yeah, that would definitely be much more grimdark than, oh yeah, they kill them and rescue like mutated children. It's like, that is pure hero classic in my book. If you haven't read Dead Sky Black Sun, do so. It is a weird book. It is like the quintessential 40k in my opinion though. Because it has the weird warp stuff, but it also has the cool, you know, hero stuff. With some noble space marines doing the noble knight shit that they do so well. I think the main character in that got another book that I'm gonna have to pick up. Uriel Ventress. Before Captain Titus, there was Uriel Ventress doing all kinds of crazy crap, like shooting flying demon guys made of like tortured souls. Dead Sky Black Sun was a weird book. Not gonna lie. Along with like little mutant demon people that like ate the skins of other people. Warhammer at its best is weird and action packed, and that certainly had that in equal measure. We're gonna just, oh wait, we gotta shoot the magic dude. We gotta shoot the wizard. I like that. I really like the fact that this sheet metal can just protect me from all those bullets. And these guys are just shooting walls because they're idiots. It's like, seriously, it's why you don't use politically indoctrinated troops. They're shit shoulders. Ugh. Oh, I can actually go in here. Hello, dude. Your sunglasses aren't gonna save you now. Use the Nintendo Switch. We've got to stop the Red Skull. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong franchise. Anti-heroes and Grimdark can work together. I mean, that's kind of what you get in Grimdark anyways, an anti-hero. Let's see. Documentary. Oh, I've been pretty good. I don't know. I don't know why people like that fetish. It's just nasty to me. You know, I really don't know what the point of that is. Oh my god, they're not really... Oh, wait, that guy was real. That guy was real too. And I got blasted. Bad. Yes, I have been shot. We got a Hail Hydra. I've just been working a shitload, like literally every day. I have to work tomorrow. And just been working on videos and the usual. One thing about getting all kinds of overtime that's good about that is shit costs more than it should be. It's like, getting my car repainted should not cost me almost $2 fucking grand. That is insane. For just a basic paint job. I don't even want it to be painted like pink or something. I don't know why you'd want to drive a pink car. A simple coat of white paint should not cost that much. And we're gonna go find Mr. Sunglass Man. Your Mr. Freeze impersonation sucks. Let's see. Oh, Aliens Fireteam. I forgot about that. There's too much crap to talk about. Aliens Fireteam. Alright, so, looking at the trailer, it looks like it should be good. It's not gonna be anything special, but it's gonna be what we actually want from an Aliens game. I don't know why it's only a 3-person co-op game. Here's the thing. I get the feeling that the game has a very low budget, because it should have, you know, a 4-person co-op like any normal game would have. It's probably cheaper to make 3-person, and so even though it has, I'd rather them reduce the budget on certain things and put it on other things. So if they're smart enough to cut their losses when it comes to the numbers of people that can actually play at any one time, that means somebody, whoever's working on this, has to have some idea of what they're doing. And so I get the feeling it's not going to be a cheap cash grab of a game, but instead, because when I think cheap cash grab, what they would do is they'd actually give you 4-player co-op, but it would be shit 4-player co-op, because they wouldn't care. So just the fact that it's 3 players leads me to believe that they're going to care enough about what they're doing. Now, is the story going to be any good? Probably not. The story is probably going to be crap, but it should be some good old-fashioned alien slaughtering fun. And if that's the case, I can't wait to play it. I'm definitely going to pre-order it when it comes out, or when it becomes available for pre-order, and I went in a complete circle. Now, when it comes to, like, pre-order culture, it's like, I know I'm going to buy the game. I know that even if it's bad, I still want to play it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pre-order it, so I've already spent the money, and I don't have to care. Who would design anything like this? Oh, never mind. Like, yeah, you gotta jump. Was this designed by the goddamn Romulans? Let's see. Interview to Nora. Nice. The Mortal Kombat franchise. I haven't thought about that in some time. Now that was actually the second fighting game. Well, God, I'm old. I just realized that's the second fighting game franchise I played. because literally that was the only other one that existed at the time I started playing fighting games. The first fighting game I ever played was Street Fighter 2, and the second was Mortal Kombat. And I actually preferred Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter 2 at that time. Not because of the fatalities. Everyone always talks about the fatalities and like the violence and gore and stuff like that. But to me, I liked it just because I enjoyed the aesthetics of it. I really quite liked the characters because it was a little more gritty than Street Fighter 2 was. It's like, I don't know how many people actually were able to pull off fatalities. I know I never did. I don't think I even knew fatalities were even a thing until years later. Heads up. Heads off. Oh, that was just painful. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't even know about fatalities. Like, it was one thing back then, though, that I think was the cool aspect of a lot of those fighting games was like trying to figure out the super moves, because they weren't just printed in the manual. You had to figure those out for yourself. And often it's like, wait, what was it? Was it like back forward and Y or something? It's like nobody could ever figure it out. And then once you finally did, it was like the most awesome thing ever. And the first ever super move I ever figured out was Scorpion's Get Over Here move, which I spammed all the time. I still got my ass kicked all the time, but whatever. And Scorpion was always my favorite. Sub-Zero's not bad, but the old Get Over Here. Alright, smacky, smacky. Oh no! Okay, so we got that guy. He's just gonna be doing the old, Oh, come on! Oh, you bastard! System Shock Remake. I never was a fan of System Shock 1 or 2. I have System Shock 2, and I do intend to play it at some point. Because it looks better to me now than it did when I first bought the game. I really do want to play that co-op as well, but I need to actually get a co-op partner for that. So after I play System Shock 2, we'll see if I actually care enough to go back and play System Shock 1. Alright, you bastard. So you think you're gonna take me down? Well, guess what? Why don't we burn you? Burn him! Let's see. Getting Postal in mind. Switch is gonna get Postal. Everything's going on Switch. That's just weird. I don't really know why. System Shock 1. The one that's passed recently. I have the original System Shock 2. Well, the Steam version of that, so I don't know if the enhanced edition will be that much worth it, but who knows. But, so what did it say? War of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, it was kind of interesting back in the day in that it actually had lore. Like Street Fighter 2, it's like, what's the story for that? You know, M. Bison or, what was his original name? It was M. Bison and something else. Vega! It's either M. Bison or Vega wants to, like, have a fighting tournament to find the greatest warrior that he can, like, kidnap to, like, make an army or something, whereas Mortal Kombat was like, okay, it's literally mortal humans fighting against, you know, not the Elder Gods. The Elder God, I honestly don't remember the story too much to Mortal Kombat, but I do remember it was actually fairly entertaining, and I have watched a number of the cutscenes for the latest Mortal Kombat games. I don't really play fighting games much anymore, but the story definitely, like, with the story for Mortal Kombat 11 looks pretty entertaining, like with Johnny Cage being old and, like, going back in time. I don't really know why they go back in time, but they do. Like, get it! Get it! The last Mortal Kombat story I really got into was the one for Mortal Kombat Deception. Where, like, this guy, Sajinko, I think his name was. Like, that's where, like, the story was getting really epic. Shujinko, or however the fuck you pronounce his name, like, was tricked by some floating ball of light, and then he let out, like, Onaga, the Dragon King. That's pretty much all I remember. I think it was just from, like, the first cutscene. Particle reservoir! Awesome! We can use that to reserve our particles, I guess. We can fix the flux capacitor. And so this is why Oh, I can't jump down there. And this is why BJ does not have his muscles atrophy. Because he has been possessed by the Cthulhus. Let's see here. System Shock 1. Co-op, not bad. Lack of players, I'm not surprised. Ah, it's your favorite character too. Awesome. Johnny Cage and the Male Ninjas. Warriors fighting against otherworldly forces. K4 was against a former Elder God. I want to be doing some cosplay myself. Oh yeah, like Outworld had like the guy with the bone on his face. Oh, don't tell me his name. It'll come to me. Shao Kahn. Yeah, it's like Shao Kahn and the guy, that guy. You know, he like used the magic. Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn. There we go. I think like they work together or something. It's been a long time since I thought of that whole franchise. So I don't remember everything about it, but I do remember like Shang Tsung. He was like a sorcerer. I think he was like the main villain of the first movie. Oh, we're getting all the ammo. I think we're getting close to the final boss fight. I'm not really sure why we're here. I was not paying full attention to the story. See, when I do the review, I'm gonna have to look through these episodes that I've recorded and actually, you know, pay attention. Okay, we've got something written in German, so we know it's got to be evil. Okay, I am not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, so that portal is open, the old Stargate. Oh. This is the problem when you don't pay attention. Okay, let's see. Is this going to tell me anything? It's probably going to say, follow the cables to find the source of the Zeppelin's power. Okay, there we go. I have followed the cables. Oh. I did not know I could do that.
Agent Blazkowicz, you have an annoying tendency to appear at the worst possible moment. Which is why I have taken certain precautions.
It's a Space Marine!
Beautiful, isn't it? Such raw, unbridled power. It destroyed the Soul civilization. But where they failed, we will succeed. I have the technology to control it. And our first demonstration will be on the city of Eisenstadt. After that, I will destroy all that stands in my way. The world will fall on its knees before the Third Reich. A shame you won't get to see the swastika flying proudly over Washington, D.C.
I wouldn't bet on that.
Kill him. And this time, do not fail me.
Jawohl. Auf Wiedersehen, Blazkowicz.
Okay, so the first thing is, he looks like a Chaos Space Marine. Somebody on this dev team was into 40k.
Blazkowicz, my medallion is just as powerful as yours. So now we are equal. You'll never get through this shield.
Uh-huh. Okay, so obviously I gotta shoot something. See, I gotta find his fuck me lights. Hey, how does he know modern day politics? Oh, that's what I do. I got it. Okay, I got it. This is gonna be a lot. Okay, so that's what you do. Like, you shoot at him with the thing. Actually, let's use the... Now, let's say the BFG. Let's just shoot him with the MP40. MP44. Hey, what up, dude? Stop saying that. It's too realistic. See, you should be, instead of using those awesome but impractical... Yeah. Come back here! I'll check the chat in a second. And we just... Oh, come on, no! crap. Run, run. Okay, I thought I had to drain these to drain that shield, but evidently not. I just shoot through it. Crap. Okay, shit. Fuck it, just use the BFG. And I missed. Uh-huh.
You think that's going to stop me? Oh, I know you too well, Black. Go ahead. You destroy both our shields.
That's why it's not in the next game! Well, he ain't dead yet, even in 2020. Alright, oh crap.
Then I don't need one since I can alter time itself.
Oh, this is like a multi-phase boss fight. Okay, so I'm just gonna straight up say this is a better game than Wolfenstein: The New Order. And the reason I say that is because this is just a much better game. I think The New World Order could have been a better, you know, like, animated movie. But in terms of just gameplay, this is a much more fun game than New Order. It's much more ambitious. I mean, we've got a multi-stage boss fight. I mean, that's something you definitely didn't get in New Order. Now, New Order was definitely a breath of fresh air. A very breath of fresh air indeed. But this is just better. I mean, the story is much more cheesy. But I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I mean, it's hard to say how dark you want a game to get. Okay, that's pretty awesome. And I like this reimagined battle with Hans Grosse there. I don't know what makes him so gross, but then again, he is German. He might be into some, shall we say, shady prawns. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, where the hell are you, you bastard? Wait, I think I saw him. Okay, I am going to use... I see your tray. Ah, there you are, dude. Eat it. Eat my blue ribbon of... Well, I was gonna say like Pabst Blue Ribbon, but I don't think about beer, so I assume that's bad. Or it could be good. Who knows? Rolling Rock. There he is. Vapor. You know, Hans, not only is BJ gonna be alive, he gets 2 more games before he gets marginalized. Really, it's only his daughters that are, God damn it, that are disappointments. It's like only his daughters are the disappointments. It's quite sad, really. See, like, I know people who'd be apologists for Youngblood. Would be like, well, you know, how would BJ know how to be a good father? It's like, really? Come on. That's like one of the weaker things. Okay, there he is. Actually, wait a minute. Can I use that? Okay, so he's gonna be a bastard, isn't he? Is there something I need to blow up? I feel like there's something I'm missing here. Oh yeah, I gotta use my powers. My political powers. I'll have like a debate with him over like statism versus freedom. How about that? Statism is really inefficient. It's better to let the invincible hand of the free market allow people to adjust to changing market conditions. I'm sure Hans would definitely understand those concepts. Oh, come on, you bastard. I just want to debate you. I just don't really like your, you know, genocide policies. I mean, it doesn't work. How about instead of like treating people... You know, I agree with his Selma killing policy, but I don't agree with his Bart killing policy. Wait, no. Let's see. Red Adams Ale.
Shields? Then I don't need one since I can alter time itself.
Oh, can you really alter time itself?
It's time to die.
Oh, wait a minute. I guess I match it up with that, don't I? Okay. Okay, I use the time machine. Okay, I get it. It's like they actually put a puzzle in the boss fight. My god. You see, this is why Raven Software was so great, and now all they do is make, Stop saying that! Okay, where the hell is he?
Why are you hiding?
Hey, you're the one hiding. I'm trying to find you. How about we go on the final countdown? Okay, I probably shouldn't stand directly in front of him. That might be a bad idea. Cover, I guess. Chest high walls. Lord Wallington, McChest high. Now, can I attack him when he's flying? Don't think so. Alright, where are you, you bastard? I've got some time machine! Time machine! We're gonna denazify him. Shit! Get him! Get him! Why are you running? Why are you running? So he needs a health bar, because I'm not really sure if I'm really doing that much damage to him. Because since he's talking about using time travel, I would think I would use that, because... Oh, just run away like a little bitch.
I'm going to enjoy crushing the life from your body.
Well, so long as it's... Oh, wait, no, I think we got him down. Uh-huh. You're not going to be crushing anything, dude.
Stop, you idiot!
We're not here for thinking. We're here for killing. Hey, my mother was nice. Technically, canonically, my father was evil, which was really annoying. Oh, I think we killed him. Oh my god, we're falling into Doom 2016. Hey, Doom guy, how's it going? Yeah, too bad we're like a decade out before you get to get another game. Just hoping you don't get a shitty multiplayer game like I do. See, that was a pretty fun boss fight. I mean, I think that it should have had one or two more phases where you had to use each one of your powers as part of a puzzle. Or maybe I do! Oh, crap. Okay, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do here. I'm just gonna... Oh, wait, no, hit it! Nope. Didn't hit it in time. Kind of like Rare supposed to make connect. Oh, God, not connect. He carries those cannons because he's on steroids. Natsock steroids. I assume they had steroids. I'm not sure if those existed back then or not, but whatever. I'm not gonna let a little thing like historical accuracy get in the way of a good joke. Smashy, smashy. Okay, let's get out the old BFG German edition. Let's put it this way, lads and lasses. When it comes to Euro Prawn, you gotta be very careful, and I just fell to my death. See, the game heard me, and it's like, how dare you? How dare you? You gotta be very careful. You might think it's like normal stuff, and then boom, it's much less pleasant. Let's just say, leave it at that. I won't make everyone suffer that. I'm just saying, you know, word of warning. When you search up anything Euro, just be careful. Just be careful. Because you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I will take your word for it. I exist. I think somebody was ruling the world. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I think when he shoots the rockets, you're supposed to phase out so they don't hit you. Okay, very clever. Rare, no, God, rare. Very clever, Raven, there we go. Rareware, Raven, whatever, same thing, right? Give me all the sweet ammunitions. Hey, yeah, like real life. Alright, so we'll just have to, be cognizant. Now, do we want to hit him with, like...
This is the best you can do.
That's not gonna hit him. No, I think it did. Okay, so if, like... Almost made it.
I'm stronger than you, Blazkowicz.
Uh-huh. Sure you are. Just because you got the steroids does not mean you're stronger than the mighty BJ. Come on, smack him! Eat plasma! You wouldn't say that! Unless, like, you're really, really political, dude. And he does not look like he's quite as political as he thinks he is. Oh god, that's a lot of bastards. Well, now it's a lot of dead body. Almost was a bunch of dead bodies. Why are they here? Could it be we need some little fodder enemies for some sort of fun? Whatever next. I do have to say that, you know, the end of Wolfenstein the New Colossus, not nearly as good as this. And like, this is somewhat reminiscent of like Zen, except where Zen was crap, this is actually pretty good. It's like you're not trying to do a bunch of shitty platforming that doesn't work. Yeah you do, dude. Oh crap, I'm dead. You're only dead because you got your little bastards there. Okay, let's... you have the power of Grayskull. How about I introduce you to Big Fucking Gun? Why won't you die? He's almost as ridiculous as Austin Powers. Yeah, but Raven Software is dead for now. But you never know, some of the devs might be able to do an Indiegogo or something.
I will kill you for this, Blazkowicz.
Yeah, you keep saying that, dude, but it seems to be that I'm the one that keeps kicking your ass.
This ends now.
Uh-huh. Oh, really? How did I die? Did BJ just, you know, catch a glimpse of the future and knows that the Wolfenstein series is gonna die because his daughters are crap? I mean, that probably knocked me out too. Oh, man, I'm all the way back here. Okay, let's just run past these bastards. Come on, come on, come on, keep going, keep going. Circle strafe, jump, whatever. Uh-huh. How about I blast you in the face like I've done? Why won't you die? Let's see. But Rare and Raven. Honestly, I prefer Raven Software to Rareware. Because, like, to me, the best Rare games are, of course, the Donkey Kongs, but I never really got into Battletoads. That's just more annoyingly difficult than I would like. Alright, let's see here.
This ends now.
Nope, you'll be forgotten in the next game. Actually, no, he is mentioned by name in the next game.
You'll never stop this.
Well, he's not wrong.
Blazkowicz.
Thanks to the machine games.
I don't need a crystal to destroy you.
Looks like he has blue hair. Oh, crap.
Does it hurt, Blazkowicz?
Wolfenstein Youngblood hurts.
Stronger than you, Blazkowicz.
Alright, you bastard. Eat plasma. Just eat all of it.
You're nothing but a...
Uh-huh. Weak American.
Touch me. Filthy.
I'm going to sexually harass you. Well, he's not wrong! Thanks, Machine Games. You made him right. How could you? Damn you, Avatar! Damn you! And chuck him off the bit. BJ, you might want to put on that, the old, yeah. Dude, you're not that high up, so. And what BJ doesn't know is those are the shitty German parachutes that you can't actually steer. Hey, wait a minute, they got that right! I am really shocked. They got that right. I mean, okay. Oh, double kill. So my headcanon right now is that he like absorbed some of the amulet's power. So that's how he doesn't like have all his muscles atrophy in Wolfenstein New Order. It might also explain why he's able to heal too. It's like the time travel bits.
Director, the mission was accomplished.
He did not die in the crash. Oh, now that was a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was a game. All right. Banjo-Kazooie, never really got into them. And yeah, you know, Machine Games did not just ignore them, which is good. And yeah, the game seems to think that the MP40 is closable, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so that is Wolfenstein 2009. I have to say, it is my second favorite Wolfenstein game by far. Return to Castle, still the best. This game is a true follow-up to that, in a way that New Order wasn't. I ignored it back in the day because of the regenerative health, but that was completely unfair, and I will totally apologize to all the people who worked on this game that I judged it based on one game mechanic that wasn't even bad. Wolfenstein New Order is a great game and has a better story and better presentation, but it doesn't have as good a gameplay as this does. The new Colossus loses out in terms of story as it starts to get a little more, shall we say, topical and a little kind of stupid. But the fact is, Wolfenstein 2009 is well worth playing. It's not on Steam, it's not on GOG, so you know where you need to look for it. It's there. But in any event, I'm General Lotz. I'm going to wish you more good Wolfenstein 2009, and next week I shall be jumping into Aliens vs. Predator Requiem for the PlayStation Portable. Actually, wait, I'll mention, I'll actually take a look at the chat for one more second. And yeah, Yahtzee Crowshot did mention that this game was bad back in the day, and he was completely wrong, as he is often, unfortunately. But let's see, and I did not ever play Conker's Bad Fur Day, but in any event, General Lotz, have a good weekend.